Okay.
Good.
What's up, hungry homies? Here with Jessica, my 90-day transformation client. Today we turned a little bit back and we've gone through kind of like what's in her house in terms of food, and I have no complaints.
We do like chicken, beef, ground turkey, usually whatever fruit. I always buy expensive strawberries because it's just my thing. Yeah, it's my fridge. Plain Greek yogurt, salsa, all natural peanut butter, and then whatever vegetables, usually depend on what I feel like. Freezer is some frozen berries for smoothies. Haddock, we buy a lot of haddock. Chicken, we buy a lot of chicken. Bagels, that's for the kids. We make a lot of soups. Yeah, in here, I don't really touch this cover. This is more like kid stuff, but the rice we started eating a lot of tuna, which we really like.
Careful with that. Don't eat too much of it.
Makes your hair fall out. Does it? So I'm gonna try that. The silver eagles. I get that Costco. 2 for $7.99.
Yeah, they're from BC.
Yeah. But yeah, I find it's like just much easier digestive because especially where I'm allergic to wheat. This is my typical kitchen.
So we're off to a good start. So just some things going in to this 90 days that I would have you focus on is, first of all, adequate protein.
Yeah.
So if you're going to eat anything, make sure it's a lot of that. So a good rule of thumb for trying to figure out your protein per grams that you should be eating a day is basically body weight. You should be eating roughly your body weight in grams. So I'm currently 165 pounds roughly. So I'm at least eating 165 grams. To put on size, 1.1 to 1.2 grams per pound is generally also a good rule of thumb. But generally, 1 gram per pound of body weight is a good rule of thumb to start with.
Even when you're trying to lose weight?
Even when you're trying to lose weight, because protein does act anabolic, which means muscle building.
Yep.
So it does help you build muscle. So if you're getting adequate amount of that, you're replenishing nutrients in your muscle with something that's going to help build. Okay. So that's a good question. With that though, you do have to ensure that you're eating enough fiber. So whether that's an additive fiber, like a benefiber every day in your coffee or in a protein shake, or enough vegetables and roughage to kind of counteract any constipation you may experience with a large, especially if you're not used to a ton of protein in the past. I want you to focus on tracking and measuring. Okay. So no more eyeballing for now until you get really good at it. And then you can afford. But the goal for this first month is losses in inches, obviously. And then, as we hit the 60-day and then the 90-day mark, I'd love a leaner physique with a little bit of size. So ideally, I want the scale to go down initially, but then it can creep a little bit back up while maintaining body fat loss throughout. For feeling satiated, the things that are going to make you feel less hungry and less likely to cheat on anything is protein and fiber. So protein is going to help keep you satiated, and then that goes along with basically eating enough vegetables to help you feel full. So choosing vegetables that are water dense will help you feel like all that voluminous, so like lettuce, celery, cucumber, asparagus. A lot of cucumber.
Love it.
So those are good ones just to help you feel like you're getting that crunch satisfaction. So that's like the mental side of a diet, as well as the nutrients and fiber to help you feel full and satiated. As a busy mom, working 2 jobs for the most part and handling a household, your number one, and you're already really good at this, but it's more so for everyone else, is pre-planning and packing your food ahead of time. So although it does take an extra 15, maybe 20 minutes every morning, I think just being planned and ready and having your protein maybe cooked up, 3 or 4 days ahead of time, just so that you don't have that impulse to grab something quick when you're on the go, is going to be a lifesaver. So scheduling your meals, scheduling when you do your grocery shopping, just keeping a regimen of some sort. And as a nurse, you know exactly what timing and scheduling is all about. So that's that. Focus on water. So getting in enough water. I know you already carry a big jug around, so that's good. I would try to aim for at least 3 liters a day. And that can include your protein shakes, your juicing that you do, if you choose to do that as well. So that's, although I don't include coffee or tea in that, because typically that's a dehydrator. So for a glass of, coffee, a cup of coffee that you're going to probably have a little extra water. Just some rules. Condiments. Limit your condiment use unless they are sugar-free for the most part, or fat-free for the most part. You can make your own condiments. I like to kind of make my own. If I buy like a jug of mustard, then I can put in a little bit of stevia or sweetener and a little bit of hot sauce and literally make my own. So cost effective and low calories. So limit your condiments because those can add up, because we get kind of excited about like ketchup and barbecue sauce, and all of a sudden we've added 30, 50, 70 calories.
Ketchup's my bad one.
I'm a guilty pleasure for
love
ketchup.
ketchup.
And I at least do sugar-free or like the stevia-based stuff. Some hunger hacks that I will recommend: flavored water, diet sodas, caffeine and teas will also help. But again, like I said, you have to then follow that up with a little bit more water. Crushing your vegetables. If you're really, hankering for something, some protein. The Greek yogurt is a great one. Low-fat Greek yogurt is relatively high in protein, and depending on the brand, low in additives, and that can keep you feeling full with giving you that like sweet treat effect. So just keeping your body distracted basically with chewing gum, drinking sodas, something calorie free that will help you kind of overcome the hump that might come from the first part. I will be giving you macronutrients, and we'll go over that in another video on how we're going to do that and the best way to track foods. But I'm very proud of you thus far, and I look forward to the next few weeks until we hit the 30-day mark. So good work.
Perfect.
Peace, y'all.
I love your high-fiving.